every day, lifting him from the bed to the wheelchair to the car to get him to therapy on time. It's no small task between the doctors and the diagnosis, but nothing can disable this love. This is my big brother, my hero. He's part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. See, there's no time for tired. This starts again tomorrow. He'll be waiting for me. I wake up for him. I know he needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 877-333-5885. Caregiving Resource Center. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Oh, tell the world I see with an emoji to stop the bullies.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. Feedthepig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape? You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Saturday, August 28th, add it to your calendar. The Sports Betting Channel presents To Be Determined. Our new show starts at 8 o'clock out here in San Diego, 11 o'clock in New York, and then we're done just in time for the first game kickoffs for college football. You're going to get 4 totally different slices of sports. Blackhawk West joins us for Saturdays in Canada and some plays for the CFL game. What do you do when the easy sports data is trending in opposite directions? Well, Mo's going to help us decide what to do on Something's Gotta Give. There's also Paulo's plays. Now, if you're not betting soccer, you really should be. And this guy is very, very good. Finally, there's Wake and Bake, where sports betting meets marijuana. Hey, the games start early here in Southern California. Now, 9 o'clock's a lot easier when marijuana is legal. It's like having 4 shows in one. Check it out Saturday, August 28th on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, on the Belly Up Sports Podcast Network, and on the Sports Betting Channel.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk-averse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors, LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity, and insurance products offered through AXA Network, LLC.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor, and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit him online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Colts Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu Karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com, or call or text 516-381-60. That's 516-381-9660.
It is the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Cause that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold said so.
Everybody dies.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it. Woo! Yes, sir! What the rock is cooking?
Now, welcome to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for a little bit of a condensed show, as they say. I'm your host, Josh Silverberg, joining you every single Tuesday night from – actually, we have an announcement about that in a little while. We are from 8 to 10 p.m. on Tuesday nights right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, Eastern Standard Time. This is Off the Mat, the only wrestling talk show right here on WWSRN. Missing in action tonight is Alex Slows, but that's okay. Don't worry, we're going to pick up the slack. Of course, we have my co-host. He's got his Islander jersey on. He's pumped. He's amped. That is Mr. Lyle Gillen. What's happening, man? You got to unmute yourself first.
Whoops! I blame Speedy. It's always his fault. I rely on him to unmute me, and he did not. It's his fault. But I'm actually wearing my Mike Bossy jersey.
Yes.
Because today he announced that he's fighting lung cancer. And for anybody that knows me knows how big of a Mike Bossy fan I am. He's my favorite player of all time. I have so much stuff signed by him. If you were following the show a few months back, I spent a lot of money to have something framed of stuff signed by him. He's by far my favorite player. And I'm sending my thoughts and prayers to him and wishing him luck in his fight with cancer. But that's really why I wore this today. But yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad you actually brought that up because, even still, obviously I was an Islander fan. I'm a Ranger fan, but even still, the hockey community is still one big hockey community. And I did see the news earlier about Mike Bossy, and I actually, if you didn't bring it up, which I knew you were going to, I was actually going to bring it up myself. Mike Bossy is one of the best offensive players the hockey game has ever seen. The guy was orchestrated one of them to 4 straight Stanley Cups for the New York Islanders, something that I don't think is ever going to be replicated because it's too hard of a sport now to even get to 4 straight Stanley Cups.
Depends. I think the Lightning are cheating again.
Hey, listen, you know, if we want to put Kucherov on the
go add another piece for $9 million and then bring it back when the playoffs start. And
so what they'll do is, here's what they're gonna do. I have it figured out. I thought of this. They put Kucherov on the injured list. I said, okay, they're gonna be the ones that get Jake Eichel. And then Eichel's going to come back, and Kucherov's going to come back, and it's all of a sudden great.
That's not going to happen. I don't think he'll even play this year.
That joke totally went over your head.
I know, but they definitely will add pieces that are better for the bottom half of their lineup, maybe a defenseman, and spend that $9.5 million. That they can add back.
They lost a lot of guys,
and now they can add guys back, and then when the season's over. And they go into the playoffs, they could add him in, and they're right back where they were last year.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got to see how Vasilevsky is, though. You have to see. You wonder with Vasilevsky, obviously with stamina and everything like that, playing so many games the last couple of years. But like I said, anyway, this is like I said, the Eichel thing was funny. It was a total joke. They're not adding Jack Eichel. They don't even have the pieces to add Jack Eichel. That would be hysterical if that were to happen. That would be very funny. If that did happen. But nevertheless, the point of it is our thoughts and prayers, obviously, of course, are with Mike Bossy and everything like that, of course. The thing with, especially something like lung cancer. Lung cancer is a very severe, the rate of getting through it it's mixed. So, of course, but when you hear the word cancer alone, it's a very scary word.
There's no good cancer.
Exactly. So it's like I said, and like I said, if Lau didn't bring it up, I knew he was going to, but if he didn't, I was actually going to bring it up in the beginning of the show. Like I said, thoughts and prayers are with him and his family at this time, and hopefully he gets through this and everything like that, and he'll fight it. And he's taking some time from TV away, but we have some stuff to get to. But before we do that, tell you how you can listen to our show every single week. Here's what you do. You download our app. It's very simple. If you have an iPhone, you type in WWSRN. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store. You type in Worldwide Sports. Check us out. Click install. Everything is free. Our show schedule, our articles that we write from the network, the content. If you're a driver, you can listen to the audio feed and everything like that. And it's, if you want to rewatch something or re-listen to something, you can. It's right there at the tip of your fingers. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Periscope. We're on every single social media platform. We also have the website on the Off the Mat page as well. I don't remember what
it's on our Twitter. It's on our Twitter account, which I think is Off the Mat WWSRN. Could be wrong. That's
okay.
job.
We'll look it up during the break.
He failed us.
Yeah, I mean that's usually Alex's thing, but Alex works his ass off to make that website really good. And he does a great job with it. He's not here today, obviously. He's working. He actually had great news. He got a full-time job.
Did it officially happen? I think he said he's interviewing.
No, he interviewed and he said he got it. That's what he said he got it. So he got a full-time job.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, so he gave his 2 weeks to Publix today. He's out. He's going to be very happy. So congrats to him, of course. But that leads us into our next thing. So we will not be doing Tuesday nights anymore from 8 to 10. We're not leaving. We are going to be doing on Fridays. So Fridays are happening. What the time is, we're still trying to work that out. It could be 4 to 6. It could be 5 to 7. It could be 5:30 to 7. It could be 4:30 to 6. It could be, I don't know. But anything, as long as it will be sometime before 7 o'clock. The show will be happening. The show will be ending at 7 because, of course, Weapons Hot is going on. And then, of course, Arrow and Speedy do the Weekend Crunch that they produce as well.
They don't produce it live, though.
What?
They don't do it live.
They don't do it live. They record it, but they record it Friday nights. And they record it at the 8 o'clock time. I know that. Okay. Yeah, I used to be on the show, so that's the only reason.
I thought it was. It airs on Saturdays. That's right.
Yeah, so it's so that's why it's obviously going to be before 7. It will be before Weapons Hot happens and before all that stuff. So you know what I mean. So it's everything like that, and Yes, it does. So it airs on Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. or after any Islander home games.
Most Islander home games on Saturdays are going to be 2 o'clock. So
Yes.
it will usually air 7 to 9.
7 to 9. And it's somebody's birthday, I believe, this weekend. Is it not?
It is not. It is not.
When is it?
That is private information that will not be disclosed.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
No, it is this weekend. Yes, it is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like saying in my head, I'm like, really? He's hiding his birthday? Like, oh my God, what a mark. Like, go on Facebook and look then. No, but of course, listen, we don't forget, listen, you will get your happy birthday song after the birthday next week.
No. Alex has to sing it himself.
Okay, fine. So you know what? We'll have Alex next week sing you happy birthday. That's perfect. So we could do it that way. Because I was going to save you the song for next week. See, Speedy wants to.
He has to sing me that. And my birthday present from Alex is I want him to also sing Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
That's never. I mean, look, if we've been through this for how many months now?
I can definitely make him feel bad enough to finally do it.
I mean, look, if you
for my birthday, he can do it.
I mean,
for
if you say to him, "That's my birthday wish," he's gonna go, "Really? That's your wish? Okay, I'll do it then."
No,
you know what I'm saying? But no, I think he might.
Can he put his hand down on his phone?
If anything, I'll pull some strings with him to do it.
Yes, please.
I will. You know me. I always get through to him with some stuff. So
Speedy can record it, and we'll post it all over everywhere.
Oh, forget recording it. That's gonna be the freaking. He picks one clip of the show, Speedy.
That'll be our intro. That'll be our intro. When we come in, wake me up before you go.
That's gonna be the clip of the week when we do the show. Then we can do our wrestling.
That'll be our intro every week. If he
it's
does
not even going to be wrestling. It's just going to be Alex singing a song to Lyle on his birthday.
That'll be our intro every week from now on. If he sings "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go," it'll be that.
Yes, exactly. But the cool thing is, I did hear really quick before you get to wrestling stuff on your birthday, you're going to actually get to go tour the UBS arena. You're gonna get a little tour before you go, which is awesome.
Unfortunately, that did get canceled.
Oh, son of a biscuit!
Yeah, son of a bitch, that did.
Why did that happen?
Just time. I had to be there by 2:30, and I got out of work normally at 2:15.
Oh yeah, that wasn't gonna happen then. The moment you said,
if he said 3 o'clock. I would be there fine, no problem. But
yeah, well, I mean, look, you may not get a tour, but you'll be there for every home game this year. So
I'll get a tour eventually. I can easily get a tour.
They always listen. Every stadium arena does tours during the off season anyway and stuff like that. And they even do it during the season. So, but
I can get one from as being a season ticket holder. I can message my rep.
I actually want to thank I want to quickly thank the New York Islanders actually. So for my school, they actually donated my school free hockey equipment that we are using now. So that was really awesome of them to do that. That was great. The kids love it. Very appreciative. Basically, what they're doing is it's a program where they're going around all the boroughs, and even some schools in Long Island, and they're going around and they're giving out free floorball equipment.
On Long Island.
Shut up. Listen, I'm trying to compliment the Islanders. Why would you, out of all people, interrupt me complimenting the Islanders for that?
On Long Island.
I mean, really, like that's a terrible. Get your priorities checked, okay? The point of it is this: they donated it to us, different boroughs around all of New York City. It's awesome. I think it's a great cause that they're doing. They're trying to make hockey more popular around the area, and I thought it was really cool. Very nice people that dropped the equipment off. And they're actually going to come back on Thursday at my school, and they're going to be taking photos of the kids playing hockey with the equipment, and it'll be posted on their website, which I think is awesome. It's a great thing. Awesome. It's cool because a lot of excuse me, like a lot of sports teams I know in the New York area do a lot. It's like the Islanders do this. I know the Jets go around New Jersey and they go around to different schools and they drop equipment off for them. I know the Mets are doing stuff now all over the boroughs where they're bringing, like, athletes are coming during the off season and they're coming to run clinics for the schools which I think is great. So I think what you're doing is you're engaging kids into making sports an even more popular thing. Because let's be real here, it's all about electronics, right? Today, like iPads, phones, everybody's on that stuff and everything like that. Video games. Nobody's outside playing sports enough anymore, and I think it's a terrible thing, personally.
That's why everybody's fat.
That's exactly it. That's why the USA is one of the worst countries with obesity. Essentially, why it's terrible.
It's also how we eat. Most countries, they will eat their biggest meal in the middle of the day, so then you have your rest of the day to burn it off, and then they'll eat something small at night, like for
just
dinner.
watch Wall-E.
What?
That'd be the United States in 30 years, Wall-E, where they're just not even getting up; they're just floating on chairs to get to where they need to go. They just float on chairs. You never saw the movie Wall-E?
The robot?
Movie? What? Yeah, but the robot. When all the fat people are floating on the chairs?
I don't remember that part.
Oh, that's the whole point of the movie. When he comes back, he goes to another planet. It's like the Earth, but on Earth, it's like the people are taking on this like cruise or whatever it is, this life cruise for life, and they're just floating on a chair, and they don't get up. And they're all fat, and that's essentially where I feel like maybe we need to play Squid Games or something like that. I don't know.
Yes, please.
Great freaking show, by the way.
That was
great.
Awesome.
That was a great show. Oh my god. I'm not.
Did you watch it the sub or the dub?
I watched it with the dub. I could not do the subs.
It's hard to do. I can't.
I thought about it, but Melissa didn't have the patience.
Yeah,
Melissa didn't have the patience.
You have to be used to it. Like if you watch a lot of animes that aren't dubbed, you can easily do it because you're used to it. But even me, it's really tough to do because my ADHD, I can't watch the show and read it at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I mean, look, my wife's pregnant, so she said she wanted to watch it with the dub. So I said yes. Okay, fine. I wasn't gonna challenge her with that. So I was like, okay.
They still did a good job, but yeah.
Oh, listen, I thought it was awesome. I mean, in the beginning, you could tell when the lips were moving. Obviously, you could clearly tell that they were
get used to it quick.
So off, yeah. But I rather it that way, honestly. Like, I get what you're saying, like with the subs, and a lot of people did watch it with the subtitles because they want to get the actual authenticated way of watching the show.
And the translations aren't that great.
That's
there
what
are
it
a lot
is.
of lost. They do it because they want to line up the words that are being said with the lip movement. So.
Yeah, but so wow, that was already going to a break in 10 minutes.
Well, when we get back, we're going to talk about how AEW beat SmackDown in the ratings. So
yes, we are going to talk about that.
We'll start at 10.
Okay.
In the meantime,
yeah.
Who won the A block or the B block today? I mean, I know Ibushi won it yesterday, the A block. Now, did Okada win? I think it was Okada and or it was Okada and somebody else.
So Ibushi won block A. I'm trying to see who won
Yeah.
block. It don't give me the block B one yet. I don't think did it happen yet.
Did it not happen yet?
I don't think it did happen yet because it's not updating it.
I thought it was today. Let me look at their results.
It might, yeah. I mean, because I know Ibushi won. I haven't. It's really bad. I haven't been able to watch New Japan as much as I'd like to.
Yeah, it's been tough. Tomorrow is block A.
Oh, block B. Okay.
I mean, yeah, block B.
So who's in the finals? No, that's okay. So who did
the finals is Ibushi right now, and the other one we don't know. I believe it's Okada or Jeff Cobb, who are the final ones. But I think it's going to be Okada who wins.
Let's see. That's not going to help me. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? Let me see. Go to schedule. Here we go. Go to the schedule. Okay, yeah, so it's happening tomorrow. The Block B is still happening. Like, full-blown still happening.
What happened?
Block B is, like, still happening.
No, I don't think it is.
I'm
It
looking
might
at the
still be
report.
happening, but I think he definitely won Block B.
He might have won it, but they're still having Block B matches, like tournament matches.
Oh no, Block A. I'm sorry. Block B is not done yet. Yeah, Block B is not done.
Okay.
Block A is Ibushi.
Okay, I need to see what the standings are right now. Let me see.
Yeah, Block B is tomorrow, and then the finals are Thursday.
Yeah, those are Thursday. All right, so let me see. Updated standings. Here we go. This is from 2 days ago. All right, so Block A we can get out. Jeff Cobb has a 2-point lead over Okada. It's just the two of them.
I think if Okada wins the match, though, he advances.
Well, that's a killer for the Braves right there.
What happened?
They were up 5-2, and Bellinger just hit a 3-run home run.
So Bellinger's alive.
He's been alive this series. Oh boy, that's not good. See, why would you do that? That's a nice pair of glasses the Braves pitching coaches threw. Those are probably like $300 pair of glasses. Ugh.
Get fucked. Poor guy. I hope the Dodgers beat them.
Are you so you don't like the Braves? Like, does it bother you when a team in the division wins?
Fuck yeah. Why would I? Okay, you're a Ranger fan. Would you want Pittsburgh? Would you want the Flyers? Would you want the Islanders to win the Stanley Cup? Would you root for them because they're in the division?
I mean, I look at it in this perspective. I've seen all the teams in my division pretty much win in every sport. So like I'm so like immune to it at this point. It's like I'm like
I would never in a million years root for a team within my division.
I don't root for them.
Braves. Well, obviously, like I want to see Max Scherzer and Trey Turner win again. Two of my favorite players. I want to see them win.
I mean, Turner hasn't done anything this playoffs, and
Nope,
Scherzer
he's done jack shit.
Yep, and Scherzer.
I like them for that.
What did they had him close?
No.
What part did they like him for?
What Speedy wrote?
Oh, what did he say? Dodgers employed Chase Utley, who did he did. Well, Chase Utley's a prick too, by the way.
No, he is.
And first off, I'm still trying to figure out how he was safe. He didn't even touch the base. Like, how is he safe? He didn't even touch the base.
Who?
When he slid into Tejada. When he slid back in 2015, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of Speedy's comment.
Why are you still on that?
What?
Why are you still on that? It's been 6 years.
No. I'm not still on it. I'm just saying I don't know how he was still safe. I'm not on it.
Okay.
The conversation was brought up. Chase Utley's name was brought up, and you said about Chase Utley, so I made a comment about Chase Utley.
No, you're right.
So I said I'm still trying to figure out how Chase Utley was even remotely safe when he didn't even touch second base and he was out of the baseline when he ran back to the dugout. But that's Major League Baseball umpires, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell. That's they're awful. They're awful.
However,
right.
I do think it was a right call with that ground rule double.
That's fine. I mean,
by the rules, it is the right call.
Listen, like I said, from now on, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to stop a thing from happening, just pick up the ball and just throw it into the fans and just say, "That's it, ground rule double." Stop, everybody, stop. But even Ken Rosenthal said that they're going to fix that now. Rosenthal
reported they probably will, but
they have
based
to.
Based off the rules, it's the right call.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, the guy caused the issue. He caused the ball to hit. Bring Speedy in here. Where's Speedy really?
It's the same thing that if a ball hits a guy on top of the head and goes over, like
Speedy, you remember? You know what we're talking about, right?
What happened?
You know what we're talking about? The ground rule double that happened.
It's a terrible rule.
I mean, it's a terrible rule.
The right call.
By the logistics of the rule, it is. It doesn't make it a good rule, though.
It doesn't make it a good rule. It's a terrible rule.
Yeah.
The guy caused.
I really feel bad for the Rays. Yeah, I really feel bad for the Rays. The way they
horrible.
Yeah, the way they had to just.
To be fair,
circumstances the way it was.
Even if they called that and let the guy score at home, It doesn't mean that they would have even won. They wouldn't even have tied the game at that point.
True, but it does alter the pitching strategy, though.
It alters the pitching strategy because they would have brought their closer in.
Right.
Where
Yeah,
that's
but
only
they only need one more out.
Yeah, but again, there's no guarantee the Red Sox even get that out either. So maybe the Rays even score more because remember there would have been another runner at second. Which that
all the outcomes would have been, the Rays would have taken the lead, would have altered everything. No, because it was tied.
No,
it was tied. It was tied. Yeah,
it was tied.
So the Rays would have been up 5-4.
No. They would no.
They
It would have been.
would have had another runner at second.
No. It would have been 4-3. It was 4-2.
No, they were tied.
No, 4-4.
Oh, they were tied.
It would have made it 5-4. And
it was 4-4 at the time.
Right. So it would.
Yeah.
If
right.
it was called the
next
way
inning,
we were
Red Sox
thinking,
hit
with
George.
Kiermaier around the base, or not Kiermaier, with the runner at third around the base, all the way to home like it was. And
I mean, Kiermaier was already, yeah. Which, by the way, also technically by rule, if the runner, I believe, is already stealing second base, is taking off, and a ground rule double happens, the runner is automatically allowed to score.
Yeah, well, he wasn't stealing it, but he was all the way.
No, he was running on the base speed. Look, he was stealing the base.
He was running, and he was already more than halfway to home plate by the time that the ball was quote unquote over the wall.
No, but if you're trying to steal second base, the run on the ground rule double scores. He was trying to steal second base. He was trying to steal second base.
I don't think he was.
Go look back. He was.
Oh, that rule I'm not sure about.
It was a hit and run.
Okay, I thought you meant just the length. No,
it was a hit and run.
I'm actually not sure about that rule.
And then that. Either way, the Rays.
The rule does say
the Rays
goes back to where they were before the pitch.
The Rays got
based off where they were before the pitch.
Right, but if it was called in the other way, where the runner from third after he hit the double is more than halfway or more than halfway to the base, then they could still score on that if it's just over the wall, which is that kind of basis. But because Renfroe quote unquote didn't field the ball cleanly, it just quote unquote ricocheted off of him. That's where the confusion lies.
Can you imagine if the Rays did that and the Red Sox were hitting at Fenway and they called that back?
Imagine if the Yankees beat the Red Sox and that happened in the Yankees' favor. Imagine the meltdown that the sports world would have had.
I mean, look, Bucky Dent is still in people's minds. But anyway, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we are gonna get into some wrestling. We're gonna get into AEW. We're gonna get into the ratings. Lyle's gonna explain everything that happened and why AEW won. And I'm also gonna tell you about the Roman Reigns quote that happened about CM Punk. If you heard it, it was an interesting quote. I think people are gonna be interested into it. We'll recap Dynamite a little bit. And we'll get to so much more. This is Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Saturday, August 28th, add it to your calendar. The Sports Betting Channel presents To Be Determined. Our new show starts at 8 o'clock out here in San Diego, 11 o'clock in New York, and then we're done just in time for the first game kickoffs for college football. You're going to get 4 totally different slices of sports. Blackhawk West joins us for Saturdays in Canada and some plays for the CFL game. What do you do when the easy sports data is trending in opposite directions? Well, Mo's going to help us decide what to do on Something's Gotta Give. There's also Paulo's plays. Now, if you're not betting soccer, you really should be. And this guy is very, very good. Finally, there's Wake and Bake, where sports betting meets marijuana. Hey, the games start early here in Southern California. Now, 9 o'clock's a lot easier when marijuana is legal. It's like having 4 shows in one. Check it out Saturday, August 28th on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, on the Belly Up Sports Podcast Network, and on the Sports Betting Channel.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor, and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit him online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing, and in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is the worst town I've ever been in. No! You
The champ is here. Now welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yes, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Josh Silverberg. With me, of course, Lyle Gillen and Speedy PD helping out on the board. As always, remember, you can check us out on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network app. If you have an iPhone, just type in WWSRN. If you have an Android, go to the Google Play Store, just type in Worldwide Sports. And wow, this Dodger game got ugly real quickly. It's now 6-5 Dodgers. It was 5-2 Braves in the 8th, and the Dodgers scored 4 runs in the 8th. So who knows about series shifting momentum? We'll see tomorrow night for Game 4 if the Dodgers hang on and win this. But yeah,
Was it 2-0?
It was 2-0 lead, and of course it was 2-0, and of course Atlanta. It's a city of Atlanta. You know how Atlanta likes to hold leads.
Did such a good job last year.
Last year, forget last year. Try the Super Bowl still.
That's still a meme.
It's still a thing. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you almost. I mean, it's almost like at some point you're like, he's not going to get turned. Don't even bother. Why? Don't bother. But all right, let's get to some wrestling. We haven't even done a second of that yet, and we got to get into some of it. And so Lyle is going to talk about the demographic aspect and why AEW did beat SmackDown, the Rampage, the half an hour thing didn't matter to AEW and all that stuff. So Lyle's going to explain it and why AEW did win that. And also we'll get into the whole buy-in stuff, which was an awesome idea too. So go for it, Lyle.
Okay, so for the night they tied the demo. 0.24 to 0.24. And now there's two different things that people are doing. You have the people who are the WWE cult, and they're saying, oh, well, but we had more viewers. And then you have AEW fans who are celebrating the victory from the first quarter of the show, or the first half of the show, really, from 10 to 10:30, when they were directly head-to-head with SmackDown, which they beat them in the demo. They had 300 and something 18 to 49 viewers to SmackDown's 292, I want to say. And they did beat them that night. That is a win. They beat them head-to-head in that half hour. That cannot be denied. At the end of the day, what matters to people who are paying money is the demo, not the viewership. Good analogy that I like to give. Now, say the Islanders and Rangers are playing, and the entire game, the Rangers outplays the Islanders, but the Islanders squeak out a victory. That's like Islander fans saying, oh, we won, and then the Ranger fans going, oh yeah, but we outplayed you all game. That's not what matters at the end of the day. At the end of the day, what companies, WWE, AEW, their networks all care about is the demo. That is what matters over the viewership. That's what drives money. And money is what businesses care about. It's what companies care about. So if you're saying, oh yeah, the viewership mattered, that's the same exact set. That's essentially admitting you lost, but you don't want to admit you lost. For that night when they were head to head, AEW won. AEW beat SmackDown. If you want to say, oh, they're on Fox 1 Sports, okay, but the only reason they went head to head is because they were on Fox 1 and they wanted to get more viewers because they historically do very bad on Fox 1 Sports or Fox Sports 1, whatever the hell it's called. So it's monumental for AEW because now they're saying what they are doing. Now they're putting where they are on the map, that they are on the same level of WWE. They beat them in a victory head to head, and that is huge for them.
I mean, they already put one brand pretty much out of business.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Around. So I have a quick question. I don't know if you'll be able to answer this. Because Optimum, they have the picture-in-picture setting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious. So, say for example, because I had the picture-in-picture setting on me, I had Rampage on the one on the left, and I had SmackDown on the right.
I have absolutely no idea how that counts.
I was just gonna say, like, is that a way to help both networks then, since both networks are technically on my television?
I have no idea how it counts it.
I have because I've
it
always
might count what you were on first.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm just that's an interesting question though, because it's kind of like I'm sure a lot of people probably do that.
Now, a lot of people like to shit on him, but he does a phenomenal job breaking down ratings and viewership and how it works, and that's Dave Meltzer. And he's very open about it on Twitter and talking to other people. I can definitely ask him, or you can ask him how that would affect it. I am very interested. He definitely could. I don't know what he would say, and I am very interested in hearing.
I can ask him. Or I could even ask Alvarez too. I'm sure Alvarez might even Brian Alvarez.
He usually isn't very talkative.
He just does the numbers and that's it.
You can try tagging Raj. He does tweet a lot about numbers, but I don't know.
That's true.
If he would know that. Your best bet is Meltzer.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I just think it's
very, very good with the with those
the way it works,
with the viewership and how it works, how television works. He's been doing it for a very, very long time.
I just, like I said, because I just found it to be an interesting question, only because when you have both shows on your television set, I mean, I would think you have eyes on both networks.
You would think, but I don't think it necessarily works that way.
Who knows?
I do know that the way it works is it tracks based off of your cable provider, and not all cable providers are Nielsen. So that's why it's a mathematical equation and not an exact number. And there is a margin for error. So the overall difference in the number that Nielsen reported, which was a estimate, it was 314,018 to 49 for SmackDown. So Dynamite 300, Rampage 313,000. Now with the margin for error, SmackDown could have been higher than 1,000 bigger than Rampage, or Rampage could have been higher than SmackDown. So we don't know. There's no way to know the exact number to a T, but that is why it is considered a virtual tie, because of the margin for error.
Well, I wanted to get your thoughts on, first off, the buy-in idea with Suzuki and Bryan Danielson was a just genius idea.
That was phenomenal. That was easily the best match of the entire night.
Yep, by far. It was talked about more by anybody on social media about any of the shows, Rampage or SmackDown. That was the one that was talked about the most, was the YouTube match, which is exactly what they were going for, right? They wanted to, it was a great idea by Tony Khan. And to me, I thought that was the best match. And look, I watched, listen, Sasha and Becky had a very good match. You know how the two of them are. They're a very good match.
They're something funny?
You know, what?
Earlier that night on Friday, I think it was Friday, Sasha Banks tweeted with a picture of her and she faced Becky, right? And she wrote, "It's clobbering time."
Yes.
And she lost the demo to CM Punk. So CM Punk tweeted today, "It was clobbering time." Replied to him or to her. I'll get you the exact quote that he said, but he said, "Indeed it was."
Yes.
He quoted her. He quoted her and said, "Indeed it was." Hey, you know what? That's funny on his part.
I mean, look, kudos to Sasha and Becky. They had which was, again, they had a very good match. Rampage was a fun night in itself. You had, with Punk and his he had his match against who the hell was it again? Who did he face?
Daniel Garcia.
Thank you. He faced Daniel Garcia. Who, by the way, was a great match, and Garcia got officially signed today by AEW, which we knew was going to happen.
Also, based off of that night, now some internet detectives have realized that a hint that someone's going to be signing with AEW, or announced that they have signed full time. And if you don't know the difference between somebody just being on the shows and being full time, when you're full time, you get that all elite graphic on Twitter, on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that they have been kind of doing is showing, they have the little trapezoid that they show when someone comes out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're full time with AEW and you're signed and you're all elite, you have a black trapezoid.
Mm-hmm.
If you are assigned to a per appearance deal, you have a white trapezoid.
I didn't even realize that.
Minoru Suzuki had a black trapezoid.
So you're saying he's full time with AEW, is what you're saying?
He could be, yes.
So you think he left New Japan?
Well, I heard he was a freelancer technically, so he could have.
Oh. Well, that would be
I know he has not been popular. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong word. He has not been happy with New Japan with how he was used.
Well, I mean, look, he had the match with Okada for the championship, and then after that, there was really not much after that with him. But it was also, at the time, it was a very stacked roster. But then now there's a lot of injuries that happen. Now there's guys that are all over the place, right? Like Ospreay's in California, Jay White's doing Impact.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, I mean,
there
like,
was rumors that a lot of the foreign guys were upset with what's currently going on in Japan with COVID. Now, I think that's why Ospreay and Jay White are not there currently. Because if everything was fine, they would be there.
Sure, but
They would be at that. They would be in G1. They would have been at in Japan.
Makes sense, but it's so. And also, by the way, really quick, I just want to say this about Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish has been spectacular in AEW so far. The thing about Bobby Fish was, I don't think people realize how good of a technical wrestler he is too. That's why him and Danielson were very good chemistry, had very good chemistry together. I think Fish to me was very lost in the Undisputed Era. He was lost because let's face it, Adam Cole was so over. Roderick Strong was the North American champion, and Kyle O'Reilly was an up-and-coming talent for NXT, and Fish was always hurt. I think he was lost in the shuffle, kind of, when everything was going on. Because, you know, you remember, like, Strong during Diamond Mine, Cole and O'Reilly are rivalry, then Bobby Fish just comes back out of the blue randomly. Has one match, and then that was it. Just felt out of all the members that were in Undisputed Era, he felt the most lost to me. Because at least when Fish was hurt, Strong came in and replaced Fish to be the tag team champions with Kyle O'Reilly. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Fish was always, to me, just felt very lost in the shuffle. But I wanted to get your take on this, Lyle. What happened? Who scored?
No, I was looking up some stuff about Minoru Suzuki and I accidentally clicked on something.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
Someone scored.
No. Someone did,
Okay.
but no.
All right. So I don't know. Did you?
Okay. By the way, I was wrong. It's a white trapezoid.
White trapezoid.
No, wait. Hold on. No, it is black. I'm wrong.
Okay.
Yes, it is black. Okay, I'm wrong. It's black. Okay. I was right the first time, people.
So I don't know, Lyle. Did you read this article from Complex Magazine about what Roman Reigns said?
In his interview?
Yes.
Recap it for me because I heard it, but I think he's a shill, so I don't really listen. I don't ingest it.
Well, we're gonna be unbiased here. That's what we do. We're in the media business. We will try to be unbiased.
I think there's shills that work for AEW too, and I'll say they are, but
okay,
like
shills are shills.
So, yeah.
Shills are shills. That's a nice word. I like that word.
Shill.
You're a shill of yourself. All right. So pretty much Roman Reigns was asked the question about CM Punk and about AEW and Tony Khan. Everything like that. And I will recap it for you. So here's the quote, the exact quote from Roman Reigns. He was asked a question about CM Punk, about Tony Khan, and AEW. And this quote, so this is what he said. Quote, so I answered a question similar to this a while ago, and it falls back to what our audience wants to see. If our audience wanted to see it as they were clamoring for it, couldn't shut up about it, and all the stars aligned as a businessman and as a performer who was trying to seek out the very best for the audience to try to captivate, I wouldn't say no. But I mean on a personal level, it doesn't do anything for me. That's not going to elevate me at all. By the way, this whole thing right now is about Punk. He's older now. I haven't really seen a full match. I've seen a clip or two, and to me, a step or two has been lost. Then also, he got his ass whooped in the UFC. I don't think anybody really believes someone 200 pounds soaking wet with no explosive bone in their body could ever really do anything to me. I'm 6'3", 265 pounds, a legitimate athlete who can throw some weight around and has been on the gridiron at the highest level, D1 All ACC, which he was, by the way, for Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have maintained in the NFL if my health issues didn't happen when I was 22 years old, which is true. He was a top prospect before all the health issues that happened with him.
Is that something that runs in that family, that if you fail in the NFL, you can go to
just go to WWE? So I mean,
he did it.
Yeah, and then it says And the Dodgers won, by the way. All right. So then he wrote, so I mean, when it comes down to it, I'll throw him and pretty much the rest of their roster out of the club. No problem. They're just little brothers, end quote. Now, I think he's talking about the Darby Allins, the Orange Cassidys, those guys of the world, where it's like, I mean, look at those guys. They're 175 pounds, 5'9", 5'10", nothing. But I will say this, and I will say this about Roman. Now, Roman has shared the locker room with CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk, I can guarantee you, and he would probably tell you the same thing. He was probably very difficult to work with in the WWE. He probably was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's face reality. And I heard, I heard this today on Busted Open. Dave LaGreca was talking about how he interviewed CM Punk 2 days before his match at WrestleMania 29 against The Undertaker, which you and I were there. It was a great match. It was a phenomenal match. And 2 days before the match, CM Punk was as unmotivated and so blah about it as you could be. And I will tell you this. You have, in my eyes, in my opinion, an opportunity at WrestleMania to fight The Undertaker, which at 29, let's be real, it was what, 6 years ago? 7 years ago? So he could still kind of go. But even still, The Undertaker, at WrestleMania, that would be a very high honor for me to get that. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge thing. And let's be real, the streak was still happening. But Punk didn't take it that way. He took it as a demotion. And he wasn't happy about it. Which to me, I was kind of, when I heard that too, I was kind of like, man, you get to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Like, anytime you face The Undertaker at WrestleMania, it's one of the more high marquee matches for Mania weekend. Like, a lot of the people circle the match. And you're unmotivated to do it. It kind of just blows my mind. Because here's the thing, like, the Undertaker Roman match was not a good match. But I could tell you, going into the match, Roman was as honored as could be to wrestle The Undertaker at WrestleMania. It's an honor to wrestle The Undertaker at that event. That's his event. It's his show. People come all around the world to see The Undertaker wrestle and do the entrance and see the matches and see the moves and feel all of it. And for Punk to feel that way was kind of weird. So listen, Roman has worked with Punk in the locker room. Maybe Roman is also blowing off steam at Punk and saying, listen, guy, I worked with you in the locker room before. You weren't easy to work with then and everything like that. So I kind of get where Roman is coming from. But at the same time, I think it was also a shot that wasn't necessarily the Punk shot. Fine, you could throw that out the window. I don't care. You could throw a shot Punk, that's fine. I would think the shot, because you have to remember, he's very, very close with Moxley. He's, I think, still pretty good friends with Chris Jericho. So those guys, he's not talking about those guys. He's talking about like the Orange Cassidys, those guys, the Darby Allins that people say, can I take them seriously? Like, would I sell to him? But the quote I found was interesting in a way.
I think I think he's a guy who is representing the WWE brand on his chest, and he is repeating everything that the higher ups think word for word. Reports are that they don't think that the AEW product is very good, which just shows how dumb they are. I think that Roman is a guy that I think because he's currently the top guy there and AEW is doing so well, I think it's affecting him. Similar to how it affected Shawn Michaels when he was the top guy in WWE and WCW is thrashing them.
Yeah.
Roman can sit here and talk crap about a real life fight, but it's not. It's professional wrestling. And at the end of the day, all those guys you mentioned are better than him in the ring. Roman Reigns is average at best on his best night in the ring. What makes Roman Reigns good for the fans is the character that he has away from it right now. In ring, his wrestling ability is average at best.
Oh, well, the character he has now is great.
Oh, it is.
Man,
but his wrestling ability is average at best. And
I could agree to that. I mean,
now
look,
you listed Darby Allin. Who would you think is a better wrestler?
I would obviously Darby. I would say Darby to me in the ring
We can
could
go
do more
through
with different people.
Daniel Garcia or Roman Reigns, who's a better wrestler?
I have to see a little more. Listen, as a professional wrestler, Daniel Garcia. As a character, but you're not asking about character.
I'm not.
As a professional wrestler.
Yes. Now if it's a different animal, AEW, and how they wrestle and how they treat wrestling, how they present wrestling. You can have less of a character and get yourself over by wrestling. You can't do that in WWE. Go look at Daniel Bryan. He doesn't have to say a word. If he took his entrance away and he never spoke a word,
who's Daniel Bryan?
Brian Danielson. See, Punk did that too on commentary, by the way.
I know he
hilarious.
did.
If you had him come out and just wrestle and never said a word, no entrance music, he would still be just as over right now as he is in AEW. Because they focus more on wrestling and your wrestling ability and telling stories in the ring through a match than WWE does. WWE tells a story by having a half hour worth of the first hour being all talk.
Well, he did that when he was the Planet, whatever it was, the Planet Champion. He had no theme song, and he was still very popular.
Yeah, because he's a wrestler. It's just, well, he still had a character, though. I'm saying he comes out playing trunks, never doesn't say a word, no theme song.
Oh yeah,
kind of like Colin Delaney.
No,
he comes out like that, but then wrestles the way Bryan Danielson can, and he's still gonna be just as over because he can tell a story in the ring. You look at what New Japan does; they don't talk.
I mean, look at it this way:
they tell a story through the ring, through a match.
I mean, look at it this way. And now, look, he wasn't the greatest wrestler, but even like Andre the Giant when he was in WWF at the time, he didn't have a theme song at all. He didn't because he didn't need one. Everybody
talk like this.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't even need a theme song, Andre the Giant. When you saw him on the card, you're like, oh crap, like that's who needs a theme song with certain things.
Oh,
it's like some guys with championship belts, right? Like certain people don't need the championship.
Andre the Giant is a traitor. He's a traitor. He left the UWF to go back to WWE.
Oh, stop. Would you stop? Oh, stop it. Actually, did you see that Dark Side of the Ring thing tomorrow? It was XP. What's the one tomorrow they're doing? What the hell is it called? Let me see. Hold on a second.
What am I holding on to?
I'm seeing which the episode is tomorrow. Thursday.
Okay.
Sorry, Thursday. Let's see which one is it. XPW.
Tell me a little bit about XPW.
What'd you say? So pretty much it was a wrestling company that was owned by a guy who made porno movies. And when the wrestlers would come in, there would be porns going on in the same place.
What?
You know? What do you mean, what?
Why? Why?
That's just what it was, XPW. Dude,
porn wrestling?
It was wrestling. Dude,
Is that what they called it?
XPW.
Is that what they called it? Extreme pornography wrestling or something like that?
No, it was Extreme Pro Wrestling.
Oh, bullshit.
But listen, New Jackson.
Wait, where do they have the porn?
It was like somewhere in the arena, somewhere they talk about it. New Jackson this episode. There's the one where he throws Vin Grimes off the balcony. That was at the XPW show. So you'll want to watch that on Thursday. And then
I will definitely watch. Hopefully it's not rated TVMA.
And then the last episode, why?
Because they might show some movies.
Oh. And then the last episode, the final episode.
Actually, no. Hopefully it is.
The final episode of the season is going to be the steroid trials between the United States and
I can't wait for that.
That's going to be a good one.
What I'm going to do?
That one is going to be nuts.
What I'm going to do? I'm going to watch that, and then I'm going to watch the WWE one they released, and see how much bullshit they put into that.
No, they're not going to release one.
No, they are.
They're releasing a trial, like a steroid trial thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to cover up a lot of stuff.
Yup. And you know what? I wonder if they talked about what Stephanie said.
Oh God.
Remember what she said at 9/11?
I didn't see. Did you see the special? I didn't see the
no,
special.
But she didn't say on the special. They cut it out of the special for 9/11.
No.
But she said at that 9/11 tribute show about she compared 9/11 to the steroid trial against her father.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
That's bad. We can't say that.
No.
What are we thinking here? But that's gonna be. Let me tell you something. That's gonna be a lot of fun to watch when I see that. But I just think, like I said, really quick, before we get back to a little bit of AEW, then we're gonna get some Crown Jewel stuff. In regards to what AEW is doing, so with stuff going into full gear, I mean, I guess can we expect Danielson to win the tournament, right? Like,
no, it's gonna be Moxley 100%.
It is gonna be Mox.
Yeah, he's going into this as a heel.
Moxley is?
Yeah.
He's a heel now?
I think that's where it's gonna be going, yeah. Look at what who would be a face right now going into round 2, Moxley or Orange Cassidy. And he just attacked Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah,
so you look at that, he's going to be playing the role of the heel. I think he will be having a full-fledged heel turn, and who AEW isn't going to be having face versus face for Paige's first title defense. That's not where that's going. They're going to be doing they're going to turn Moxley heel, which I actually think Moxley would beat him.
I think he'd be a very good heel.
He
was pretty good. He was a good heel in WWE.
And no, he wasn't. But that wasn't because of him.
That wasn't because of him.
Yeah, it was because of writing.
I mean, but he could have been a good heel.
Yeah, he had potential. He saw potential of it. But fact of the matter is, though, I think that Moxley is going to be winning.
I still think he had one of the best quotes in WWE when he was doing when he had the Dean Ambrose show, and they were and Kevin Owens almost knocked the plant over, and he said, "Be careful of the plant."
But yeah, I definitely do think that Moxley's gonna be winning. He is. I think Tony Khan prefers to have a heel be champion. He can have better stories, better shows. It's also a much more old school approach, which is why I think Moxley beats him.
So Cody Malachi 3.
I think Cody will also turn heel.
Does Cody win?
I don't know. I think they can have him turn heel without him.
You
winning.
kind of noticed because at the end of Dante Martin's match, Malachi gave him a little nod out of respect.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I was kind of like, that's a face kind of move.
Yep. And if you pay attention to Cody, he's been hinting at a heel turn for about a year and a half now.
Oh, for God's sakes. He's been hinting at a heel turn. He's like getting into John Cena territory with this heel turn. Is he turning it or not?
He definitely will. He definitely will. But it's going to be one of those things where he does a lot of what he currently does, where he thinks he's the man. He's going to still do his exaggerant? What's the word?
Exuberant?
No, I don't think so.
It might be exuberant, but sure.
This ginormous, crazy entrance, but he's a bad guy, like overly full of himself. In Ring of Honor and New Japan, he was a phenomenal heel.
Oh, he was a great heel. In Ring of Honor, he was the best.
And I think they're going to be going back to that.
I'm supposed to see if there's any comments or anything here. I'm trying to look. No comments. But No, I so you think Cody's gonna win by cheating?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna win or if he's by cheating or he's gonna lose, and he's gonna attack Malachi because the leaked card from Tony's clipboard was potentially Cody versus Malachi, Andrade, or Pac. If he goes Malachi again, that'll be the fourth matchup, which I hope they don't do. Which is why I think
that's saturating it too much. That's too much.
Yeah, I don't think they do that, but I don't know. It's gonna be.
I might be with the third match idea. I think they should just let him move on to somebody else and do the heel turn.
No, it should be against Malachi.
Yeah, but then Malachi turns into a face, though. I like Malachi as a heel.
I don't think he was ever really a heel. He was more of a tweener.
That word is funny, tweener.
You're a tweener.
Yeah, I'm in between always. That's okay.
What do you between?
Well, depends what it is. Depends what time of the day it is. Who knows?
A rock and a hard place?
That's exactly right. It feels like that every now and then. Oh man, but I tell you, to me, the Malachi Cody match is the most intriguing one. I'm curious what the main event's going to be of the show. I think it should be Cody Malachi.
If the main event is Cody Malachi,
he's turning heel.
Exactly.
100% he's turning heel. Then if it's that.
What do you think about FTR? What do you think about what FTR did with the titles?
That was, you know what? I have to tell you, very shrewd of AEW to do that. Because the graphics looked exactly like one of them looked like Dragon Lee. I want to see if FTR actually now defends in AAA.
Oh, they will.
I want to see if they do it.
And they're gonna fight about the rules. They're gonna complain about it. It's gonna become a big thing. They're gonna become mega heels over there. And they're gonna be mega heels over here too with those. I do think that they win the AEW titles too from Lucha Bros.
I want the Lucha Bros to have a nice run for it. They've earned it.
They have, but
they
you know
just
what?
But
you know what? FTR, I think, is more lucrative for them because I think they can make them more money.
Well, I want to see
better heels. I mean, better. They're better draw, I should say.
See, to me, I think the Pinnacle. Hey, don't insult the Lucha Bros.
I'm not insulting them. It's not an insult to them. I just think for an American audience, FTR is a bigger draw.
Yeah, I guess you can make that case, but to me, I think the Pinnacle is too spread out at times.
Yeah, they do it on purpose. They shouldn't be right
around each other.
They shouldn't be up each other's ass the entire time.
No, not that. But I just like
Four Horsemen used to do that. They would
every
go on their own, and then next month they're all right back up with each other.
Well, like that's what happened.
A good faction does that though.
With FTR, FTR did that, right? Like Andrade paid MJF money. So
no, I think it was the other way around. MJF paid Andrade.
No, FTR gave not FTR. Andrade gave MJF the envelope with the money.
I thought it was the other way around. Okay.
Remember he asked me. He asked. He said, "Do you take cash or check?"
Okay.
Yes, you remember now.
Yeah.
Yes, he asked him, "Do you take cash?" And then he said both, which I'm like, what do you mean both? So he's paying him double? What do you mean?
He meant either one.
And he gave him the envelope. So it's, but.
So wait, he already had the cash in there to ask him, do you take cash or check?
Yeah, and they gave him the envelope.
Should have just had him write a check. I think that would have been better. And then you have the check bounce, and then it's like
oh my god, that would be something. That would be hysterical if that happened. You imagine?
You have
that would be hysterical.
Yeah, what? So you have Terry. What's his name? Terry Taylor from that works backstage for AEW.
Yeah.
He used to be in ECW. He could come back and say, "Hey, I know a lot about bounce checks, and
yeah, I really was gonna.
Your check bounce."
Really quick before we move on to Crown Jewel, I want to get your thought process on the CM Punk stuff. Is it time to put CM Punk in a storyline? You think, or are you fine with the way it is?
He is in a storyline.
Which one? With who?
he's telling the story of him coming back from 7.
Yes,
hold on. Coming back from 7 years, and the reason and what he's doing is he's rebuilding himself. That's the story he's telling, and it's all leading to something else. It's all part of the
have a big
story.
blowout with somebody.
He will.
Yes,
but he has to be rebuilt. It will happen.
You don't need to be rebuilt. He's fine.
He does. Well,
He's
not
so
really
over it.
rebuilt. Rebuilt is the wrong term. He
reacclimate himself in the ring.
Yes.
That's fair, I guess. I just want to see them have a big blowout against like MJF or something like that. That's what I want.
They will do something, but they're getting him up. They're building up his record. They're building him up. It's gonna get somewhere, and where it goes, we don't know. We have to see.
All right,
but
so
it's all part of a bigger story that they're telling.
So we have a few more minutes left. Really quick with Crown Jewel.
Who cares?
Well, listen, some people do care. Some of our fans like WWE. Can't say that. So, and also let's be real here. One of the best storylines that are happening right now in wrestling, in my eyes, is this Paul Heyman thing. Because Paul Heyman on his Instagram.
Oh, that was great. I thought that was great.
He's leaving with the WWE Championship, and then.
But why are you having this great storyline told for people in Saudi Arabia? Why are they getting the payoff? And not the people that haven't been able to really see good wrestling.
I agree. You know why?
What, 2 years?
That's what it's about.
Screw that crap.
It's what it's about with Vince. That's what it is.
Blood money.
I know it's blood money. I get it. Trust me. But to me, and let's be real here. When the contract signing happened last week, perfect.
Yeah.
When Brock said, my advocate, Paul Heyman, and Roman was like, you mother.
Do you think that they do a double turn? I hope not, because Paul Roman is such a good heel right now. Doing a double turn, I think, would be bad. But that's something WWE.
You have Roman turn on Paul?
No. They have Roman would become a face because Brock turns heel.
No. They're not doing that. They're not turning Roman.
It's a very, very WWE money.
No.
Do.
He's so money right now. He's so
Yeah, but it's
no way. If they do that, they're stupid.
It's a WWE thing to do, where they take a top heel and they make him a face.
That'd be so stupid if they did that.
They did it with Randy Orton when he was the number one heel in the world.
Well, Randy Orton, we don't know what he is at this point.
No, not recently. They did it a while ago. They've done it quite a couple times. They do doing good as a heel. They turn him face. They do it a lot. They turn guys when they don't need to be turned. And they have been trying to push. They've been trying to push him for a long time in the face, and now he's over. And what would the entire point be? You can't have Paul go to Brock without that being a heel. You can't do it. If he goes to him, Brock becomes the heel, and Rowan becomes the face.
No, I think they're gonna keep it the way it is. I think Roman's gonna win the match. I think Paul's gonna turn on Brock and be pressured, and then they're gonna continue the way it is. At least they should. I think it'll be a nice match. It'll be a good match. They have chemistry in the ring together, the two of them.
It'll be solid. It'll be
I
good
think
for
it'll be
WWE
standards. You mean, look, it's one of the best storylines in wrestling right now. That's why I watched the SmackDown part of the Roman, Brock, Paul stuff. And I knew, and I said this to you guys months ago, I said, boy, wouldn't that be awesome if they brought Brock in on SmackDown and just had Paul be in the middle?
It'll be a good match for WWE standards, but overall, on the grand aspect of it, it's not going to be good amongst wrestling fans. In the grand scheme of things, it won't be a stellar match, but
no, it's not going to be listed. It's not going to be Dave Meltzer 5 stars. That's not what we're expecting here. The point WWE, listen, they're not even really wrestling. It's a word that I know you don't like, but it's what's used. It's sports entertainment.
No. Yeah, you're right. It is.
They're in the entertainment business. AEW's in the wrestling business.
It's what to when
Different fan base.
Daniel Bryan wrote his book, he described WWE he had to look at them as a parody of professional wrestling because they are. Their shows are entertainment with wrestling. AEW New Japan is wrestling with some entertainment.
Yes,
it's a secondary thing to them.
No, that's fair to say. I mean, look,
WWE, the entertainment and the non-wrestling portion is number one. That's what's more important to them. That is why they're not a wrestling company. That's the biggest difference.
Well, that's the thing, right? And it's just a completely different fan base.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like AEW about professional wrestling, everything like that.
There is a statistic from Nielsen that most households, more households who watch AEW have a higher level of education than WWE. And honestly, how many times I have had to explain how ratings and demos work over the last 2 years to WWE fans, I think that's fact. How many times have people had to explain why a demo is more important than overall total viewership to the same freaking people? And they still don't understand.
I mean,
because they are stupid and not educated. I'm not talking about everybody. But the people asking over and over and over again and don't understand it are stupid. The demo is more important, people.
Are us wrestling fans really the wisest anyway? Real wrestling fans?
According to Nielsen, if you're an AEW fan, you
are. There answers my point. It's tough to you know what I'm saying? Because it's.
I'm not saying they have common sense, but they have book smarts, and that's what matters to Nielsen.
All right, well, we got to get out of here soon. So, we'll get to our finishing move now. We'll leave a little, we'll do our last Tuesday. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last Tuesday night here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We're going to be moving to Fridays. We just don't know what time yet. We are going to have an announcement for that possibly tomorrow or later in the week. But again, do not you can tune in here at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. We just won't be here. But again, we will be moving to Fridays. We just haven't figured out the time slot yet. So we are going to be doing that. It's going to be later afternoon, early evening drive home. So it's perfect. So if you're driving home, you can listen to us on the app as well on the audio feed, which is prime time as well to be listening to radio as well. But let's get to our finishing move right now, man. What's yours, Lyle?
I have to say, I think AEW has been doing a phenomenal job. And the fact that they beat WWE head-to-head for the first time since 1999 is huge. Now, AEW is not going out of their way to compete with WWE. Everything they have done has been to not compete with them. Because they aired with no competition on Wednesdays. Then WWE announced, okay, we're going to be having NXT on Wednesdays, USA Network, just before you. When they originally had All In, no, it's Double or Nothing, I'm sorry. Double or Nothing. Then WWE said, okay, we're going to be having a special Evolve show on the network. From day one, WWE has tried to put something up against them. They have always tried to do that. And they have been leaking the Fast Nationals, which mean absolutely nothing. And in the past few weeks, ever since after CM Punk returned, they have been releasing the Fast Nationals and leaking them out and trying to make this image that Rampage is a weak show compared to SmackDown. And for them to beat them head to head now, that's huge. That's huge. Because every week WWE would leak out the Fast Nationals on the demo and the Fast Nationals for viewership. And they did not leak out the demo this week. And I knew as soon as there was no demo leak, I'm like, AEW could have gotten them this week. AEW could have gotten them. And they did. And I got to give it to them. They did a great job. They stuck to their guns. When they saw that they were going to be going head-to-head with them, they didn't change up their card. They added to it, but their overall card on TV, they did not change. and I really enjoyed that. What they did, I thought they did a great job, and it bodes well for them in the future.
Yeah, for sure. And they added the buy-in stuff at YouTube, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
And really quick, probably not next year, but in the near future, I would love to take a trip to Vegas to go to Double or Nothing and check it out. Would love to
For
do
a guy
that.
who has said he does not like Vegas, I love it. We'll do it this year in May.
Well, I don't know if I could do it this year. I said because my kid.
It's if it's a Saturday, if it's a no, it'll have it's what Memorial Day weekend, so you can go down there Saturday, come back Monday.
Look into it. Look into it because it's not expensive.
It's compared to most places, it's not, but from Memorial Day weekend, it'll be more expensive than usual. But everything is more expensive than usual that weekend. But it will be. It's not the most expensive trip going to Vegas. No.
No, I mean, look, like I said, we'll look into it for sure. And if we don't do it next year, then definitely, like I said, the year after, 100%. I'm all in. If not next year,
I
we'll do it
can't
the
wait.
next year.
You're all in? I see that pun.
I didn't even realize I said that, but yes.
And what is your finishing maneuver, Joshua?
All right, man. So my finishing maneuver is as simple. Listen, I 110% expected a little bit more out of WWE to not do this Saudi Arabia trip. Then again, I probably should have thought a little bit better because I just should have realized that Vince cares only about the money. It's really shameful that his fan base in the United States is not getting this Roman Barack
a shame.
Payoff. They're not getting that something that they deserve. This is a WrestleMania or even but I will say this. They are having Survivor Series at Madison Square Garden. I mean, not Madison Square Garden, at Barclays Center, excuse me. They are having it at Barclays Center in New York City. I expect Vince to put on a stellar card if you're going to have it at Barclays Center, because let's be real here. AEW just had very good shows in the tri-state area, in New Jersey and in New York.
And UBS Arena, they are currently outselling them by double.
For the UBS show.
And
that's
they added,
so
Raw added Roman Reigns to that show.
That's what I said. Yeah, I think it was last week.
And they halved all their prices.
Yeah.
And they still haven't torn up
yet. They can't do it. So to me, it's and I wish I was going to that. I wish I was going to that UBS show. Unfortunately, like I said, my son is going to be due literally like a week or two before, and then the GCW show I can't even do because my son's going to be due about a few weeks after it. So it'll be tough to get out of that one for sure. What?
Oh, I okay. You confused me because you said the UBS show your son's going to be due couple weeks before.
It'll be around. I think it's like 2 weeks before, 2 weeks prior. So it's
the show is 2 weeks prior. Okay.
Yeah, the show is 2 weeks prior to when he's due. So unfortunately, like I said, if God forbid Melissa goes into labor and I'm in Belmont, that's going to be a problem.
Big time.
And then if I go to the, and then I say, "Hi, sweetheart, I want to go to the GCW show." Oh, when is it? It's in January. Yeah, okay. You're funny.
Dead.
She'll say, I want to do a lot of things too. You don't see me leaving. And I'm going to say, yeah, you're right. Touche. So that's why I hope GCW comes back during the summer, which I'm sure they will. But anyway, that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Alex will be back with us next week.
I'm kidding. I can't wait.
We love Alex. And we're so happy that he got a full-time job.
Yes, finally.
And yes, we're very happy for sure. And of course, a happy birthday to you, sir. Yes, and yes, Speedy is right. See, Speedy as producer, you have to remember this then. But in all seriousness, happy birthday to you, man. I hope you enjoy it. What are you turning? 29, so you're close to 30. You're almost there. So take your time for sure. Enjoy
Josh,
it.
believe me, I'll remember this.
All right, listen, I'm telling you, I figured you would, but certain things you'll remember for 100%. Like this one, you have to. And
No. The last time Alex was supposed to sing, I forgot, so I'll have to remember this one.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? And again, and I will say this again, we will not be on Tuesday next week. We will be on Friday. We just don't know the time yet. We'll figure it out. Again, download our app. If you have an iPhone, type in WSRN. Android, go to the Google Play Store, type in Worldwide Sports. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, all over social media. Also, our website as well is there as well. So, For Lyle Gillen, for Alex Lowe's, for Speedy Petey, I'm Josh Silberg. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Enjoy wrestling this week. We'll see you next week on Friday of next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a great night. You've been listening to Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Kenny Omega, take it away, sir.
I must bid you adieu, so say with me now if you know it. Goodbye, and good night.
Thank you for listening to Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, your source for all things wrestling and sports entertainment. It is the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network LLC.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Colt Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.